I also want to thank you for your service. I know this is a difficult job and very time-consuming job and not always easy. But I am also here to speak in support of Olga Negron as hopefully your next president. I think a change in leadership would be valuable. One of the things that concerned me over the last several months is a breakdown in order and decorum in the way the meetings have been handled. So much so that this has been reported multiple times in the Morning Call, Lehigh Valley Live, covered by Bethlehem Gadfly, Bethlehem Press. For example, in a November 20th article in the Morning Call titled, Mayor Robert Donchez criticizes councilmen for unwarranted personal attacks. The mayor is quoted as saying, while for the most part the meetings proceed normally, the departures are having a disproportionate negative impact on working relationships and council's reputation. Council members have been unfairly challenged to choose between engaging at the risk of escalation or answer with silence. So it's the responsibility of the president to assert control and to maintain decorum, and that hasn't happened. This matter is important for a number of reasons. As the mayor's pointed out, the council has to work together to get business done. Divisiveness and rancor follow when personal attacks are tolerated. Comity and the ability to work collaboratively are undermined. Public confidence in government is also affected when this spills out into the public. The council's reputation is at stake. It's very important to follow rules to maintain order and respectful demeanor during meetings. This is the president's job.
Let's look at freedom of speech from the other side of who's behind that table. And if you look at it carefully, there are two types of freedom of speech expressed by members of that table: objective or subjective. Both very different. Very different. Objective speech, you discuss issues. They can become very acrimonious and nasty, but they're still objective and freedom of speech. The alternative of objective freedom is subjective, which can be very dangerous because subjective freedom of speech can involve personalities. And this body suffered a tremendous deterioration in its image by the free allowance of subjective freedom of speech to allow members of council to attack one another unabated, creating a serious problem in terms of our opinion of them. Lest you forget, you sit there because you asked us to put you there by voting for you. And you then agreed to become servants of our welfare. So, if you consider the welfare of council, then what needs to happen is strong, powerful control of subjective freedom of speech to prevent that kind of character assassination. It's happened. But what we've heard here is a person that might be able to control that.
And also it will be interesting, perhaps, if a slightly heavier gavel, sorry Adam, will make a difference in the council climate.